Many black celebrities have faced the harsh reality of alcohol addiction, revealing their struggles in the public eye. These individuals have shared their journeys, often marked by pain and resilience. Some have openly discussed their battles, using their platforms to raise awareness about the impact of addiction. Their stories are not just about the challenges they faced, but also about the strength they found to overcome them. For instance, one well-known actor has spoken candidly about hitting rock bottom and the long road to recovery. Another celebrated musician has shared how addiction affected their relationships and career, leading to a transformative journey of healing. The experiences of these stars highlight the complexities of addiction, showing that even those who seem to have it all can face significant personal battles. As we delve into their stories, we uncover the truth behind the headlines, revealing the courage it takes to confront such a daunting issue. The narratives of these celebrities serve as powerful reminders of the human spirit's ability to endure and recover, inspiring others who may be facing similar struggles. Courtney B. Vance, an accomplished actor with a career spanning film, television, and theater, has spoken candidly about the role alcohol once played in his life. Despite his professional success, including his Emmy-winning performance in the People v. O.J. Simpson American Crime Story, Courtney recognized that his drinking was becoming a problematic coping mechanism during stressful times. Concerned about the impact on his family, especially his marriage to actress Angela Bassett, and his dedication to his craft, he chose to confront his relationship with alcohol head-on. Embracing sobriety allowed him to refocus on his career with renewed clarity and prioritize his role as a husband and father. In interviews, Courtney emphasizes the importance of balance, self-care, and making choices that align with one's long-term goals. His advocacy for healthy living extends beyond personal experience. He encourages others, particularly within the entertainment industry, to address unhealthy habits and embrace wellness. Vance's journey highlights how self-awareness and proactive change can enhance both personal fulfillment and professional excellence. Known for his lead role in the popular television show Black-ish, Anthony Anderson has openly shared his struggles with alcohol, especially during challenging times in his life. His journey took a significant turn when he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. This diagnosis served as a wake-up call, prompting him to reassess his lifestyle choices, particularly his drinking habits. Recognizing that alcohol could worsen his health issues, Anthony made a deliberate decision to reduce his alcohol intake. He embraced a more mindful approach to wellness, which included regular exercise and dietary changes. Alongside these physical adjustments, he also prioritized his mental health, understanding that emotional well-being plays a crucial role in overall health. Balancing the demands of a successful acting career with his commitment to healthier living, Anderson's transparency about his health journey is inspiring. He aims to educate and motivate others, particularly within the African American community, which faces higher rates of diabetes. His focus on self-discipline, balance, and self-awareness highlights the importance of making proactive choices for lasting improvements in health and quality of life. Eddie Murphy's rise to fame began with his breakout role on Saturday Night Live in the early 1980s. His unique style and sharp humor quickly captured the attention of audiences. Following this success, he starred in a series of box office hits, including Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America, which solidified his status as a leading figure in comedy. His quick wit and charismatic performances made him a household name, and he became known for his groundbreaking contributions to the genre. However, the whirlwind of success brought its own set of challenges. The pressure to maintain his position as one of Hollywood's top comedians led Eddie to grapple with alcohol use. This struggle sometimes affected his personal relationships and professional life. The fast-paced nature of the entertainment industry, along with the constant demands of public life, contributed to moments of excess. Despite these challenges, Eddie was determined not to let his struggles define him. He took proactive steps to address his issues, seeking treatment, and focusing on healthier coping mechanisms. Emerging from this difficult period with renewed clarity, he continued to thrive in his career. He made a successful return to stand-up comedy and earned critical acclaim for later works, including his role in Dolomite Is My Name. Eddie's journey highlights the importance of self-awareness and resilience, showing that even the brightest stars can face personal hurdles and overcome them through determination and support. Widely revered as the king of pop, Michael Jackson achieved global superstardom with an unparalleled career that revolutionized music, dance, and entertainment. However, the pressures accompanying his fame were immense and relentless. From a young age, Michael was thrust into the spotlight as part of the Jackson 5, experiencing a loss of childhood and enduring an exhausting work schedule. As he transitioned into a solo career, the expectations grew exponentially, with every album, performance, and public appearance scrutinized by the media and millions of fans worldwide. These mounting pressures, compounded by personal insecurities and chronic health issues, including severe burns from a Pepsi commercial accident, and the vitiligo that altered his appearance, led Michael to seek solace in various coping mechanisms, including alcohol. His use of alcohol, alongside prescription medications, became more pronounced during turbulent periods of his life, including the intense media scrutiny surrounding allegations and personal controversies. Despite these struggles, Michael remained dedicated to his craft, producing timeless works like Thriller, Bad, and History. His final days were marked by preparation for a comeback tour, This Is It, which tragically never came to fruition. Michael's journey highlights the profound complexities of balancing global fame with personal battles, and serves as a reminder of the human vulnerabilities that can lie behind extraordinary talent. Earl Simmons, known to the world as DMX, embodied raw energy and unfiltered honesty in his music, becoming a defining figure in hip-hop. Beneath his gritty lyrics and powerful performances, however, was a man fighting a lifelong battle with addiction and personal trauma. Growing up in an environment marked by abuse and neglect, DMX was introduced to drugs at a young age, setting the stage for decades of struggle. As his fame skyrocketed with hits like Rough Riders Anthem and Party Up, the pressures of success compounded his inner turmoil. Despite achieving commercial success, DMZ's addiction to alcohol and other substances led to multiple arrests, legal battles, and public incidents that made headlines. Throughout his life, he made several attempts to seek treatment, demonstrating a relentless desire to overcome his demons for the sake of his family and faith. His candidness about his struggles, often sharing them through prayer and interviews, resonated deeply with fans who saw both his vulnerability and strength. Tragically, DMX passed away in 2021 following a heart attack linked to substance use. His legacy is one of profound talent, fierce honesty, and a reminder of the complexities of addiction, especially when intertwined with fame and personal pain. As one of the most recognizable faces in the fashion world, Naomi Campbell's life appeared glamorous from the outside. Yet, beneath the surface, she faced immense pressures that drove her to alcohol and drug use. The constant scrutiny from the media, the demands of the runway, and her personal insecurities compounded her stress, leading to periods of heavy drinking and substance abuse. Naomi sought treatment multiple times, grappling with relapses and the stigma surrounding her struggles. Her journey was not easy, as she battled the expectations placed on her as a top model while trying to manage her addiction. A turning point in her life came when she decided to prioritize her health over career demands. She adopted holistic practices such as meditation, exercise, and therapy to maintain her sobriety. This commitment to self-care allowed her to find balance and resilience in a high-pressure environment. Naomi's openness about her journey has been instrumental in breaking the silence around addiction within the fashion industry. Today, she uses her platform to advocate for mental health awareness, proving that it is possible to find peace and strength through support and self-care. Bobby Brown, a pivotal figure in R&B and former member of New Edition, experienced both the dazzling highs of fame and the harrowing lows of personal turmoil. His solo career, marked by hits like My Prerogative and Every Little Step, was overshadowed by his struggles with alcohol and drug addiction. The pressures of success, combined with a tumultuous personal life, including his marriage to Whitney Houston, intensified his reliance on substances. Tragedy struck with the deaths of Whitney Houston and their daughter Bobbi Kristina, losses that deeply affected Bobby and underscored the devastating consequences of addiction within his family. Confronted with grief and regret, Bobby sought solace in rehabilitation, making the conscious decision to prioritize his health and the well-being of his remaining children. In recent years, he has shared his story through interviews and documentaries, candidly discussing the dangers of substance abuse and the importance of seeking help before it's too late. His journey from rock bottom to recovery serves as a sobering yet hopeful reminder that healing is possible, even after profound loss. Etta James, known for her powerful and soulful voice, gave the world unforgettable songs like At Last. However, her journey to fame in the 1960s was not without its challenges. Alongside her rise in the music industry, Etta faced personal struggles, particularly a long-standing addiction to alcohol. The pressures of fame and unresolved emotional pain led her down a dark path of substance abuse. This addiction had serious consequences, affecting her performances and relationships. There were times when her struggles resulted in missed shows and strained collaborations, overshadowing her incredible talent. Despite these challenges, Etta's resilience shone through. She was determined to reclaim her life and career, which led her to seek help through rehabilitation. The road to recovery was not easy. It was filled with relapses and setbacks. Yet, Etta's relentless spirit and dedication to overcoming her addiction ultimately prevailed. By the time she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, she had reestablished herself as a powerhouse performer. Her story serves as a testament to the possibility of recovery, showing that even after falling, one can rise again and shine brightly. After the tragic death of her brother, Queen Latifah, born Dana Owens, found herself in a deep emotional void. Grief-stricken, she turned to alcohol to numb the pain, believing it would provide temporary solace. As the drinks piled up, she realized that alcohol was not only worsening her emotional state, but also threatening her career and relationships. Recognizing that her coping mechanism was destructive, she sought therapy and leaned on close friends and family for support. Her recovery journey was marked by a renewed focus on self-care, exercise, and mindfulness. Reclaiming her life from the grips of addiction, she returned to her work with newfound clarity and purpose. Today, she openly discusses the importance of healthier coping strategies, emphasizing that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Her story serves as a reminder that even those who appear strong and confident can face private battles, and that healing is always possible. Known for her versatile acting career, and as a co-host of Red Table Talk, Jada Pinkett Smith battled alcohol addiction during a time when many perceived her life as picture-perfect. Growing up in Baltimore, Jada was surrounded by substance abuse from an early age, which shaped her early beliefs about alcohol being a coping mechanism for stress and emotional pain. Despite her career taking off with roles in The Nutty Professor and Set It Off, she found herself increasingly reliant on alcohol, often drinking wine during work hours to numb her feelings. A turning point came when she fainted on set, a moment that forced her to confront the seriousness of her addiction. Realizing the toll it was taking on her health, family, and career, she embarked on a path to sobriety. Her recovery journey wasn't easy, but through therapy, a commitment to mindfulness, and the support of loved ones, she transformed her lifestyle. Now, through Red Table Talk, Jada uses her platform to promote mental health awareness, emphasizing vulnerability and openness about personal struggles. Her courage to share her story has inspired countless others to confront their own issues with addiction. Throughout her career, Diana Ross became an iconic figure in music and entertainment. As the lead singer of the Supremes, she enjoyed immense success, but the pressures of constant touring and media attention took a toll on her. The demands of maintaining her status in the industry became overwhelming, leading her to seek solace in alcohol. This coping mechanism was not without consequences, as her struggles with addiction were sometimes visible to the public. Incidents of erratic behavior made headlines, highlighting the challenges she faced. Despite attending multiple rehab programs, her journey to recovery was fraught with difficulties. However, Diana's resilience shone through as she focused on her family, spirituality, and personal growth. This determination to reclaim her health and happiness fueled her comeback. She emerged stronger, continuing to deliver powerful performances well into her later years. Her story serves as an inspiration to many, showing that setbacks can be overcome with persistence and self-compassion. Chris Brown's early career was marked by immense promise, with his smooth vocals and impressive dance moves earning him comparisons to Michael Jackson. Achieving fame at a young age, he navigated the complexities of global stardom while grappling with personal challenges that soon became public. Brown's struggles with alcohol and substance abuse contributed to a series of legal issues and highly publicized personal controversies, most notably the 2009 assault incident involving Rihanna. His battles with addiction often intertwined with anger management issues, resulting in court-ordered rehabilitation and therapy. Recognizing the need for change, Chris entered treatment programs aimed at addressing both his substance use and underlying emotional triggers. Through candid interviews and social media, he has spoken about the importance of mental health, acknowledging past mistakes, and striving to become a better person. Despite his controversies, Brown's dedication to music never waned, with continued chart-topping releases and sold-out tours. His journey highlights the complexities of fame, the consequences of unresolved trauma, and the significance of accountability and personal growth. Richard Pryor, widely regarded as one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time, used humor to confront life's harsh realities, including his personal struggles with addiction. Born into a challenging environment marked by poverty and abuse, Pryor's early exposure to hardship contributed to his reliance on alcohol and drugs as coping mechanisms. While his onstage persona thrived on raw honesty and fearless storytelling, offstage, he grappled with deep emotional turmoil. His addiction reached a critical point in 1980 when he suffered severe burns from a near-fatal incident involving freebasing cocaine, a moment he later incorporated into his comedy routines as a means of processing the trauma. Determined to change, Pryor eventually sought help and committed to sobriety, though his path was filled with ups and downs. In his later years, he became an advocate for addiction recovery, encouraging others to seek help. His story illustrates the duality of brilliance and vulnerability, showing that even those who bring laughter to the world can face profound personal battles. Navigating immense personal and professional challenges, Faith Evans, a celebrated R&B artist and widow of rap legend the Notorious B.I.G., faced significant struggles throughout her life. The trauma of losing her husband created a deep void, and the pressures of raising their children added to her burdens. Alongside the demands of a successful music career, these factors led her to rely on alcohol as a coping mechanism for her grief and stress. Initially, drinking provided her with temporary relief, but it soon began to interfere with her emotional well-being and creative process. Recognizing the negative impact of her drinking, Faith made a conscious decision to seek therapy and explore spiritual practices to aid her recovery. This commitment to personal growth and sobriety has allowed her to transform her experiences into her music, offering comfort and inspiration to her fans. Beyond her artistic contributions, she actively advocates for mental health awareness, emphasizing the importance of processing grief in healthy ways. Her resilience serves as a powerful reminder that healing is possible, even after profound loss. Fantasia Barrino's journey from a struggling young woman to American Idol winner captivated audiences worldwide. Her powerful voice and heartfelt performances resonated deeply, but success brought with it an array of new challenges. Thrust into the spotlight, Fantasia faced the pressures of sudden fame, financial mismanagement, and personal hardships, including a highly publicized custody battle and strained relationships. Overwhelmed by these stressors, she turned to alcohol as a means of escape, seeking temporary relief from the emotional weight she carried. Her struggles with mental health became evident when she survived a highly publicized overdose, which she later described as a wake-up call. Determined to reclaim her life, Fantasia sought therapy, embraced spirituality, and made significant lifestyle changes. Her journey toward sobriety involved rebuilding her self-esteem, reconnecting with her purpose, and surrounding herself with positive influences. Today, Fantasia uses her experiences to inspire others, openly discussing the importance of mental health, resilience, and self-love. Her comeback is not just a story of personal triumph, but also a testament to the power of vulnerability and the courage to seek help. Despite his incredible success in the boxing ring, Mike Tyson's life outside of it was filled with challenges. He became the youngest heavyweight champion in history, achieving fame and wealth at a young age. However, this rapid rise brought intense pressure and emotional struggles. Tyson faced unresolved issues from his childhood, which contributed to his feelings of inadequacy and turmoil. To cope with these feelings, he turned to alcohol and other substances, seeking relief from the pain that fame had amplified. His addiction led to numerous public incidents, including erratic behavior and legal troubles, which often overshadowed his athletic accomplishments. Tyson's life became a constant subject of tabloid headlines, reflecting his struggles rather than his victories. Recognizing the destructive path he was on, he sought help through rehabilitation and therapy. He also embraced spiritual practices that allowed him to confront his inner demons. The journey to recovery was filled with setbacks, but Tyson's determination to change his life led him to become a motivational speaker and advocate for mental health. His story serves as a powerful reminder that even the strongest individuals can face significant internal battles, and that with honesty and hard work, it is possible to find redemption. Facing numerous personal and professional challenges throughout her career, Toni Braxton, the Grammy-winning singer known for hits like Unbreak My Heart, has had a tumultuous journey. Financial hardships, coupled with the relentless pressures of the music industry, led her to seek solace in alcohol. The weight of filing for bankruptcy multiple times added to her stress, while battling health issues such as lupus further complicated her life. Navigating the complexities of fame took a toll on her mental health, contributing to her struggles with addiction. Recognizing the harmful path she was on, Toni made the brave decision to enter rehab, determined to regain control of her life. Her recovery journey involved therapy, strong family support, and a renewed focus on her mental health. Since then, Toni has become a vocal advocate for understanding the pressures that celebrities often face behind the scenes. She encourages others to prioritize self-care and mental well-being, emphasizing that seeking help is an act of strength. Her story is one of resilience, demonstrating how personal hardships can be transformed into a platform for healing and empowerment. Before becoming one of Hollywood's most recognizable and respected actors, Samuel L. Jackson struggled with substance abuse that nearly derailed his promising career. Early in his acting journey, the stress of finding work, combined with personal insecurities and the pressures of Hollywood, led him to use alcohol and drugs as a way to cope. His addiction reached a critical point when his wife, LaTanya Richardson Jackson, and daughter found him unconscious in their home, prompting an intervention. This life-altering moment led Samuel to enter rehab, where he confronted the underlying issues fueling his addiction. Remarkably, just weeks after completing treatment, he landed his breakthrough role as a crack addict in Jungle Fever, a performance that was both cathartic and critically acclaimed. Samuel credits his sobriety with saving his life and enabling him to embrace the demanding nature of his career. Today, his story serves as a testament to the power of recovery, illustrating how hitting rock bottom can be the start of an extraordinary comeback. Known for his flamboyant style and immense talent, Rick James was a funk legend whose life was a mix of musical brilliance and notorious excess. He created unforgettable hits like Super Freak and Give It To Me Baby, which showcased his unique sound and charisma. However, Rick's embrace of the rock star lifestyle led him down a dark path, with alcohol playing a significant role in his struggles with addiction. His substance use often fueled reckless behavior, resulting in legal troubles and strained relationships with friends and family. Despite the warnings from those around him, Rick found it difficult to escape the cycle of excess that consumed him. This addiction overshadowed much of his later career, impacting his health and personal life. Toward the end of his life, Rick expressed deep regret for the choices he made, recognizing the personal and professional costs of his lifestyle. He urged younger artists to learn from his mistakes, highlighting the importance of moderation and self-respect. His life, which ended in 2004, serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked indulgence. Beloved for his sharp wit and role as Fred Sanford on the classic sitcom Sanford and Son, Red Fox was a comedic legend whose laughter-filled performances masked significant personal pain. Behind the scenes, Fox battled alcohol addiction for much of his life. The pressures of sustaining his career, managing financial difficulties, and navigating personal relationships contributed to his reliance on drinking as a form of escape. His addiction, at times, interfered with his health and professional commitments, causing strained relationships within the industry. Despite these setbacks, Fox's determination to overcome his struggles led him to seek help, acknowledging that humor alone couldn't shield him from the realities of addiction. In his later years, he worked toward reclaiming his health and reinforcing connections with loved ones. His journey highlights the profound truth that even those who bring joy to millions can face deep, personal challenges. Red Fox's legacy remains one of groundbreaking comedy, resilience, and the reminder that seeking help is an act of strength. Marvin Gaye, often celebrated as the Prince of Motown, was a musical genius whose soulful voice and profound lyrics touched the hearts of many. His songs, such as What's Going On and Sexual Healing, are timeless classics that explore themes of love, social justice, and personal struggle. However, behind the smooth melodies and captivating performances lay a man grappling with deep emotional pain. Gaye's childhood was marked by trauma, including an abusive father, and a strict upbringing that left lasting scars on his psyche. As he rose to fame, the pressures of the music industry, coupled with strained relationships and personal insecurities, led him to turn to alcohol as a way to cope with his inner turmoil. Despite these challenges, he produced groundbreaking music that resonated with listeners and addressed important social issues. Unfortunately, his battle with addiction, along with depression and financial difficulties, increasingly overshadowed his life. In search of peace, he moved to Europe, hoping to escape his demons, but found that his struggles followed him. Tragically, His life was cut short when he was shot by his father just a day before his 45th birthday. Marvin Gaye's story serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of fame, the enduring impact of personal trauma, and the critical need for healing. His music, rich in emotion and truth, continues to offer solace and reflection for generations. Known for his comedic brilliance on Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock, Tracy Morgan has brought laughter to millions. However, behind his larger-than-life personality, he faced significant personal challenges, particularly with alcohol abuse. This struggle intensified during the peak of his career, affecting both his personal relationships and professional commitments. There were public incidents that highlighted his battle, leading to moments of self-doubt and reflection. A pivotal moment in his life occurred in 2014, when he survived a devastating car accident that left him in a coma for 2 weeks. This traumatic experience forced him to confront the reality of how close he came to losing his life. It was a wake-up call that prompted Tracy to reevaluate his choices, making sobriety and his health a top priority. The road to recovery was not easy. It involved extensive physical therapy, counseling, and a renewed focus on family and personal well-being. Since then, Tracy has used his platform to advocate for recovery, sharing his story candidly and emphasizing the importance of second chances. His resilience shines through in his successful return to comedy and his commitment to living a healthier, more mindful life. During her remarkable career, Lena Horne became an iconic figure in American entertainment, breaking racial barriers in a time when systemic discrimination was deeply entrenched in Hollywood and the music industry. Her stunning beauty and captivating voice brought her fame, but the racism she faced behind the scenes took an immense emotional toll. Constant rejection, typecasting, and blatant prejudice were part of her daily life, leading Lena to grapple with frustration and sadness. Alcohol became a means for her to cope with these overwhelming pressures and the personal hardships that arose from living in a society that often devalued her contributions. Despite these struggles, Lena's resilience shone through. She was determined not to let addiction define her. Seeking sobriety, she focused on using her platform to advocate for civil rights, becoming an outspoken voice against racial injustice. Her enduring legacy lies not just in her groundbreaking performances, but also in her unwavering fight for equality. Lena Horne's journey serves as a powerful reminder of the emotional costs of pioneering change and the courage required to overcome personal and societal obstacles. Celebrated for her unparalleled vocal talent and chart-topping hits, Whitney Houston lived a life filled with both staggering highs and devastating lows. Despite her global success, which included multiple Grammy Awards and blockbuster films like The Bodyguard, Whitney faced relentless pressure from the media, her personal relationships, and the demands of stardom. As her fame grew, so did her struggles with alcohol and drug addiction, a battle that played out publicly and overshadowed her remarkable achievements. Multiple stints in rehab underscored her efforts to regain control, but the combination of industry pressure and personal turmoil, particularly in her tumultuous marriage to Bobby Brown, complicated her journey to sobriety. Friends and family often spoke about her longing for peace amidst chaos. Whitney's tragic passing in 2012 was a sobering reminder of the complexities of addiction and the importance of mental health. Despite her struggles, her legacy endures, with her music continuing to inspire millions worldwide. Billie Holiday, whose voice captivated audiences with raw emotion and unparalleled depth, lived a life as poignant as the blues she sang. Rising to fame in an era rife with racial injustice, Billie used her music to express profound personal and societal pain. Her rendition of Strange Fruit stands as a haunting indictment of racism, yet behind her powerful performances lay a woman grappling with deep-seated trauma. From a young age, Billie endured poverty, abuse, and discrimination, experiences that left lasting emotional scars. Alcohol became both a refuge and a curse, offering temporary relief, but ultimately exacerbating her struggles. Her addiction strained professional relationships, led to legal troubles, and affected her health. Despite multiple attempts to regain control, including stints in rehabilitation, the weight of her hardships proved overwhelming. Billie's tragic death at just 44, with police stationed at her hospital door, symbolizes the harsh realities of addiction and systemic oppression. Yet, her musical legacy endures, reminding the world of the beauty that can emerge from pain and the importance of compassion for those battling personal demons. Many celebrities have bravely shared their experiences with alcohol addiction, shedding light on a struggle that often remains hidden. Their stories reveal the harsh realities of addiction, showing that fame and success do not shield anyone from personal battles. For instance, some have described how their addiction led to significant consequences in their lives, affecting their health, relationships, and careers. They have faced public scrutiny and judgment, yet many have chosen to speak out, using their platforms to raise awareness and foster understanding about addiction. This openness can help reduce stigma and encourage others to seek help. Recovery is a long and challenging journey, but these celebrities demonstrate that it is possible to overcome addiction. Their resilience serves as a source of inspiration for those who may feel alone in their struggles. By sharing their stories, they remind us that healing is achievable and that support is vital in the fight against addiction. Their narratives highlight the importance of compassion and understanding in addressing this complex